Heyo. All of you trying to scam me into never ending the appliance tier list. All thinking we will never stop this discussion. I see we're all involved in this, but there needs to be an end to the suffering, okay? That's not how we live our lives. Oh, hello, Nick Gamer. How you doing? How you been? It's been a while. How is everybody doing? Is everybody just scamming every day? I wonder because that's what I see. Speedrun it. Well, I think that would make for people being very angry because they would not be able to debate their point. But everybody knows I have the right answers for everything. So you just need to follow me blindly and you will get to the true revelation of your future. That's how that works. Anyways, how is everybody doing? Is everybody struggling like I am? I finally announced to my coworkers I was leaving today. Honestly, every day that goes by, the more convinced I am that I need to leave this place. We have these freaking weekly meetings where it's a waste of time, and every time they're like, oh, we're restructuring it so that it will not be as much yapping for no reason. And every day since they said that, it's been worse. They were talking and talking and talking. By the end of it, actually, some people had to leave before the end because they were like, I have another meeting, I can't be there. It was a lot of waste of time, and I was just waiting for my turn because I was to announce to them that, hey guys, I'm out. But at least I'm doing it well, you know, I'm giving them time to find someone. I will train the new person and whatever before I go into my new life endeavors that I'm not sure what I'm doing. I don't know what to do with my life, but you know, one day at a time. But I was very happy to tell them, you can just get away from my face with the trash. I already had some trash emails in the morning that put me in a bad mood, and I was like, you know what? Soon I will not have to worry about these. So you know, everything is all right. On a good note, I'm heading home a lot sooner than I thought. Let's go. Yeah, I remember yesterday you said it might be a longer day today. So, you know, we take an improvement out here. And there's that. I also had my second interview with that job that seems to really like me. Unless I'm 100% tripping, I don't think I've ever felt a company want me more than this one. Like, anytime I say anything, they're like, oh yeah, wow, that's exactly what we want. And they keep talking to me like in future tense. And they're like, oh yeah, well, when you start working, I'm gonna do this with you. And this is the person that you're gonna work with. And then the days go like this and blah, blah, blah. And they keep telling me stuff like they're very sure I'm gonna take this job. And I'm just like, I'm not sure. Like, I'm not 100%. And if I took it, I would have to start on the 24th. And I'm not ready. So yeah, I had that on the back burner where I'm like, I don't want to miss this opportunity if it's good for me, but at the same time, I'm not sure I want it. And I think it's the first time that I do work interviews that go super well for a job that I'm not sure I want. So yeah, I had that going on. Vroom vroom, hello, Simply Snowy. How you doing? How have you been? It's been a little bit. But yeah, it's very weird to feel that a company really wants you. You're just like, I didn't know I was hot stuff like that. Like, dang. Like, they kind of want me because I guess I'm overqualified for the position. So they know I would do well. Because, I mean, I'm trying to do less work than I am. So I applied for a position that is lower than what I studied for. But it's like, I don't know. I have other plans. I have, you know, the YOLOing streamer plan of just becoming a full-time streamer one day. So, like, you know, can I YOLO or not is the real question. I'm doing well. What about you? I've been doing up and down, but today I would say that I'm doing pretty well. I'm in a good mood. I'm doing things. I'm figuring life. I announced that I'm quitting my job at my job, so my coworkers now know not to bother me, and I'm very happy with that. Actually, I don't know. I feel like some of them will be like, oh, I won't bother her because she won't be there in a month. And some of them will be like, well, I need to get the most out of her before I have to go. So we'll have to see how that goes tomorrow as I go in person and see them eye to eye as they try to give me more work. And I'm like, I don't think I'll have time to do that before I go. I don't know, because tomorrow I'm supposed to work on the job offer with my boss to try and put it out so we can find someone to replace me, and then I will be training them for a little bit before I go. But I'm looking at what they want to publish as a job, and I'm like, I personally would not apply for this. This is way too much work, and I don't know. But at the same time, when you're looking for a job, you don't really look at the task description like that. You literally just be like, I need a job and I will do anything right now, which honestly is what I did when I applied for that job. I was unemployed, depressed, and I needed a job, and I saw that and I saw it was close to my house, so I was like, I might as well apply. And then they hired me even though I was second choice, and they told me that, and I was like, it's fine. And then I survived 2 years, so it's okay, Mona, you're in representing our hearts, Kappa. Yes, keep Kappaing your way, huh? See how that bodes for you. See what happens, what your future entails from this statement. You'll see, bro. I hope everything works well for you. Yeah, I think it's gonna be okay. It's a lot of scary stuff because I don't know what I'm doing and what I want to do, and I still got bills to pay, but I'm gonna give it my all no matter what I choose to do, and see from there. I think it's okay to do a little leap of faith sometimes, and I got good support. I got good family, like moral, mental support, and I get huggies sometimes when I'm depressed. So everything will be all right one way or another. Even if it take a few months to find another job, I'll just have to pray and YOLO in between. So we'll see what happens then. That being said, today, as it's stated in the title, it is the finale, okay? It's the last one. We will finish our tier list that I thought would take about 30 minutes to do. But things happened, conversations happened, very deep, important conversation that we all needed to have. We all needed to know who, between us are heathens. Like the ones defending the freaking ironing board. I remember you. I will remember you forever. I don't know why you would ever want to put that any higher than a dumpster fire. I don't know. Clearly, there's something that went off in your life and you need to talk about it. I'm here to help you through it so you can see the light, okay? Oh, hello, Elle. How you doing? How was your day? But yeah, reminder, I still post for singing March. I remember when I see Elle because Elle is sweet. I'm good. I'm in a good mood. I announced I was quitting my job and I'm just going through things as usual. Good morning. I'm just preparing breakfast. Ooh, what are you having for breakfast, Clarence? Tomorrow I believe is break day for singing March, so there will be no video. But do not fret, I have not given up yet. I have not thrown in the towel. I will keep doing them as much as I can, even though there's some prompts that honestly I can't do, like the ones where there's like voice acting involved. I don't trust myself on these at all. So I'm like, I might just skip these days, but it should be a great time overall. Some songs for what do you call it? Singing March. That's what's up. Aster, you sound suspicious. What do you want to tell people, huh? What do you want to tell them? I feel like you're gonna say something very slanderous and a lot of defamation. What do you want? Having instant noodles. You know what? It might not be the fanciest thing, but it is satisfying in the morning, okay? There's a prompt that's friend request. No, Aster, listen to me. No. The answer is no. And then this person would tell me that he cares about me and all that. I see who you really are inside. I know what's wrong with you. You need help, Aster. That's how you will make it in life. I'll tell her all her friends so she has no choice. I have no friends, so I will not be taking any friendly recommendations, huh? What about that? What will you do about that? Nothing, because there's nothing you can do. See, I have the secret card. I don't got friends. So you can't do that to me. I'm fancy like that. I'm a lonesome wolf going around life. Very tough life, okay? And I will not be bamboozled. I'll tell your sister. They're my sisters, not my friends. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? You can't do anything about it. Also, I'll tell Twig, you don't consider her as a friend. Twig is my friend. She's my beloved. I love Twig. Twig is life. Twig is bae. And that's why Twig would not betray me like this. Twig would know what's important in life and she would not betray me. So that's why I can't consider her in the category of friends that would choose to do that with you, because these people are not my real friends. See, I have an answer for all of your claims. I know how you work and I will not be bamboozled. That's pretty much what's going on, Aster. You will not win this fight. I will not let you. it's not happening. Okay, okay. Like you can get away from my face with your slander, defamation, and bullying. You'll be bamboozled. I will not. Never. Never bamboozling me. Absolutely not. Anyways, since this is our finale, we need to get started to make sure we get through all of our important conversations. So let me do a splishy, 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 splishy. Alright, for some reason stuff like resized itself on my PC today, and I was like, I don't really know what that's about, but it's okay. Whoops. Let me get my screens in order. And hi, Elle on Twitch. Alright. So right now we'll be looking pretty good. There's one thing that I think Asher's gonna be sad about that I'm looking at, and I'm like, but honestly, I don't know. We'll see. So we're still gamers. So we have our PC, we have our bidet because we're clean, we have our AC because we like to be fresh, we have our rice cooker because it saves lives and you don't have to have soggy rice or undercooked rice in your life. We have a shower, which is used for cleaning yourself and things. Air fryer, goated. My kettle is my life. And then we have a nice blender. So like, you know, I feel like the goat situation is looking very good. Why did it resize? This is not supposed to be that size. Why is it looking like that? Huh? It was looking perfectly fine. I guess it's because it was on a different screen. Let me put it like that. That's better. There we go. Maybe I will get you to do it with the promise of food. Well, he can't do that because I have power in this house too. He has food. I have infinite cleaning abilities because this man would not survive if I was not able to keep up with his best. See, we have a perfect synergy going on in this house because if there's nothing clean in that house, how is he gonna cook? He can't cook and I can't eat if I don't have a plate to put the food in. So you know, we work together. So if he threatens me with food, I can threaten him with not cleaning. And I will have a problem. So you know we're equals because we have much power on each side. That's how it works. Anyways, all right. So what do we have here? I buy paper plates as if I'm not in control of most things that get into this house. Don't even try me after you know it won't end well. Okay. All right. Let's see. I think. This is difficult because personally I don't use it a lot, but I know that Aster does a lot. But I feel like a stand mixer is amazing, but not a need depending on what you do. Because I feel like most people don't need it unless you're some type of baker. Whether you're making bread, whether you're making pastries and cakes and whatnot, you will not really need that on a regular basis, but I do think it's like a nice thing to have in your house. Like I feel like there's so many uses for it and different like parts that you can add to it and stuff, but you need to like cooking because if you're gonna be very basic, you're not gonna need that in your life, to be very honest, you know? You didn't need a stand mixer until you need a stand mixer. Yeah, like you don't just buy it in case you'll use it one day. If you will probably not if you think that way. But in our case, we make bread. Well, Aster makes bread. I don't do that. I tried. I was not enthralled by the experience personally. But Aster makes bread, and I don't think he would survive if he had to do it by hand all the time. So we like that. If I'm gonna make a big cake or something, we did get a handheld mixer, but I would rather just put everything in one bowl and call it a day. Also less of a mess to me, so you know. People who go to the gym also need mixers for protein shakes. Wait. But they don't make it in that. They put it in a blender, no? I don't think they would use a stand mixer for this. Or am I tripping? Because I feel like it would be a bit too liquidy for this, no? There are things you can't do without it. Yeah, for sure. Like kneading and stuff, you can if you're a professional probably and you have strength like that. I would not need a lot of things myself if I have access to that. And honestly, just making pastries is a lot easier with this. You could use the handheld, but it's just not the same, you know? Oh, it mixer is different from blender. It's a stand mixer. Yeah, I thought they were the same yeast. Yeah, no, no, no. We're talking about the one that like the red thing here in the middle, where you just make like cake batter and stuff, or you make your cookie dough and all the things that you can make in there. Very useful. I love having access to one in case I need it, but I would not have bought it if I was like, oh, I bake a cake twice a year, I would not buy one. But if I get a free one though, I was very happy because my mom got a free one when we renovated the house, and she got a new set of like appliances. So she got like the stove, the dishwasher, and the fridge. She could get a free one. Very happy. I chose it. It was red and I love it. But then Answer was like, but it's not the fancy type. And then he got us like his parents' version that is gray. And I know it's a first world problem, but I'm very sad to not have my red stand mixer, okay? It was pretty. I wish one day we can upgrade to a pretty stand mixer. Same. Oh yeah, I'd not make a brioche bun by hand. I don't hate myself like that. You don't? Well, it's good to know. You know, it reassures me like that. I made a lemon pound cake once. I don't need one. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much the vibe here. It's great if you're gonna use it a lot, but don't like be like, oh, that's a must in my house if you're not gonna bake anything. Or like I think like there's some like attachment you can have to like make pasta, to grind meat and stuff like that. So it's nice. But if you're not gonna do all that and just go to your grocery store and get your meat, like what are you getting all that for? I'm not necessarily the type to make fresh pasta. I really don't have the time like that. I love pasta once in a while, and I'm not about to have fresh pasta. At least I would have it. If I ever somehow felt the need to do it, I will eat it very happily. But I will not go ask him to make it, and I will not make it myself. I'm good. Like, I'm not that dedicated to the craft, you know? I think... I also think the sewing machine, but I don't know why it's in the appliance tier list. I do think it belongs in amazing but not needed, if you know how to use it. Like, I grew up, my mom was making all our dresses and stuff when we were young, so she showed us how to do it. So I could do very basic things, or at least repair stuff that's broken with this. I know, but I also know how to sew by hand. So I don't need it. I would say it's needed to have a little kit at home in case something breaks and then you want to repair it. You need to have a little something like that in your house most of the time. But you don't need to have that. Like, most people don't know how to use it, you know? I've never had fresh pasta, so I think that's why I don't know if I'd want to make take the time to do it same. Like, I don't know, maybe there's something I'm missing out here, but I don't see the appeal. Maybe it's the best thing ever and I end up making it once a week. But all the work for that, I don't know. But for now, I'm gonna ignore it, and it's bliss. Yes, I'd rather just buy my pack of pasta, put it in boiling water, call it a day, and be like, ooh, yummy. I can do all the work it takes to make the sauce very yummy and all the sides and stuff. Like, you know, put in some oil and or butter and parsley and stuff. There's many things you can do with the pasta. I don't know that I want to do all the work that it would take to make it fresh. Like, I'm really not. It's really not that deep for me. I know a lot of people would be like, oh my god, no, fresh pasta's the best. I don't care. I need my peace of mind in some way, shape, or form in my life, okay? But yeah, sewing machine wise, I feel like most people, especially these days, don't know how to use them. So that's why I would not put it as a need, but I think it's amazing. I would love to have one. Like, it's not something I would ever put like, oh, I'm gonna make sure I buy one. But if someone gifted me one, I would actually be very happy, and I'm pretty sure I would use it. But I would not go out of my way to get it. I guess that's how I feel about sewing machines. They're pretty great. But I still have the need. Sewing machine is making me realize we need a new tier. What would it be? Sewing machine is definitely great. I thought I'd get by hand sewing, but a machine makes more durable seams than I ever would. Exactly. It's good if you can repair stuff and put back a button or something, but it's great to just have something a lot more solid, you know? Between amazing and need called, it's alright. No, I think it's amazing. So I want to do that to my beautiful sewing machine right there. I think it's very amazing and very cool, and I think it does really great things. It's just that if you don't know how to use one, you wouldn't understand. Just like all the people that are like, oh, I've never had this appliance, like the sous vide. You don't need it, but it's great when you have it, you know? I mean, it's alright. No, it's not. And yes, I'm thinking of the car dude meme. But yeah, but it's more, okay? Don't relegate my poor sewing machine so low. It's not alright. It's amazing when you have it, okay? My mom loves her sewing machine. Same. My mom had like, when I was growing up, she had like 3 because they all did different things. There was one she would let us use because it was the easier version of it. But she had the old school with the like the big metal pedal and stuff like that. They were all very cool and like they were vintage. At some point she did sell some of them and then we were like, Mom, you should have kept them. They sell for a lot of money now. I feel like a lot of these would be relegated to it's great, but you have to learn how to use it tier. I think the sewing machine definitely goes in that. I don't know what else I would put in this. I'm trying to see that you would need to learn how to use. I mean, you don't need to learn how to use a robot vacuum or a microwave or a TV or a washer. I think it's maybe the sous vide thing, but at the same time, it's so easy to use. I think the hardest thing to learn here is the sewing machine. If you don't know how to thread it, you don't know how to use it, you're not gonna get that far with it, you know? Yeah, but that tier can hold things like juicer and waffle iron. I mean, some people were very passionate. I mean, if I had a Scooby-Doo waffle thingy, I would say it's pretty amazing. Do I need it? Not necessarily, but it's amazing. So, like, I feel like it's great. I guess, if anything, I would have a great, but not need, rather than alright. Because it's great things. I think a juicer is great. I don't think it's alright. I think it's great for different uses, and it's not only for making juice. So I think that's more how I would split it if I would. I guess we could. How do you... I don't think I can. Can I? I can. Okay. So above this, I want to add a row. And then, I mean, it's the same color. I don't care. So I guess, okay, so we'll decorate, but not need. All right. Okay, fair. For proceed. Yeah, okay, so I think that goes there. I do think this is amazing, so it's staying there. The juicer can go there. That's amazing, that's amazing. Yeah, I think these two go there. And the difference between great, I don't like this. The difference between great and amazing isn't enough to justify a whole tier. Yeah, but it's fine. It's my tier list, as you said. You were the one who said it's my tier list, so it's fine. I feel like these, they're not amazing. They're just like, okay, like, you know, the height that you wanted, that's my version of the height, okay? And I'm just checking. I mean, even the sous vide, would I think it's amazing? I'm not sure, actually. I'm not done. I actually think this belongs there, to be honest. I think it goes down. Let's see. I also think this belongs here personally. And then, let's see. So a bathtub is amazing. A TV is amazing for other purposes than being a TV, but yes. A microwave is amazing, but not a need. A dishwasher, same. A dryer is amazing. A coffee maker is great. It's better than these, but it's in the great category. And then, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about the sous vide. Is it amazing? I'm gonna take on this one. This is amazing for sure, and I would actually put it above that for sure. This, I actually think it might be in the great category for me because you use it for specific things. it doesn't like change my life, but also I'm not the one making bread, so it's not like I need that. Roomba is amazing, but coffee maker is not. You've loved the sauce, man. No, no. It makes my life better. That's how I know it's amazing. Not having to vacuum the whole house because your Roomba is doing it is better than having coffee in the morning. That's very deep, well thought out feelings, you know? It's just what it is. I don't regret my choice, and I it all makes a lot of sense. Think about how much your life is made better from it. You don't even drink coffee, so I don't even know what you're complaining about. You're a monster man, okay? Let's see. I need to think about that. This is good. This is good. Actually, yeah, this one can actually go in the grate. I feel like if I was the type to make my own clothes, I would do it. My coffee brew is demoted. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Calling me a monster. How dare it? I'm just saying it like it is, sir. Okay? It cannot be stopped. Okay? It is what it is. You are who you are, and I accept you as you are. See, that's true love right there. I'm so sorry, Clarence, but like, it's great. But I don't need one. I don't really drink coffee like that. I mean, I drink it like that because I happen to have a coffee machine. But before I did, I was not drinking coffee. I got it for a Christmas gift, so now I just drink it, but it's not the thing. I mean, honestly, what, sir? Honestly, what? I'd put coffee maker in need, but not great. So you would demote it even more? Like, I really don't think I need it. I feel like if my coffee machine was to die tomorrow, I'll be sad because it's pretty and red and was a gift, but I wouldn't demote it further than that. I think it's great to have, you know? You know, like you're making Clarence cry like that. You're being so mean, Aster. How dare. I don't like coffee maker coffee, but I need coffee. Well, you can have it in other forms. You can have the little coffee bars. You can have like, you know, food that has coffee. Some people, my sister used to eat coffee beans wrapped in chocolate because she had problems like that in uni. She was desperate, okay? So there are other forms of coffee you can have. I like tea too. So like there's a lot of options for me. Other than coffee, like I don't need it. Anyways, it doesn't even work for me. I just like the taste of it, so I'm used to having it. But that's about it, you know? Yeah, anybody got time for that? Just press the button, get passable coffee. Yeah, my coffee is literally passable. I would never say, unless like I really like the syrup I put in it, I'm never like, ooh, that coffee, like, ooh, I don't feel like that about coffee at any time in my life, you know? But yeah, I'm sorry. We made a new tier and it made Clarence even more sad than he was before. It's just the truth of life. Things happen and they cannot all be controlled, you know? To be fair, it does take a special kind of obsession to make good coffee. I'm just lucky that I have that, so I'm my own barista. Oh yeah, for sure. If you know how to make coffee and you can make it yum and everything, power to you. You know what's up. But we are talking about Folgers, like, you know, coffee that I bought at Costco, or like maybe at the dollar store when I was on a difficult time. We're not talking about fancy coffee that we would make in this machine, to be honest. If I want to have a coffee that actually tastes good and stuff, I need to like buy the right beans and then they grind them and then use like an air press or a French press, and then maybe I'll be like, okay, well that tastes different. But except for that, yeah, okay, I'm at peace with that. It's okay. I'm happy that you found peace. That's my point. If you want good coffee, you're not using a coffee maker. But on the day-to-day, you need your coffee. Yeah, I mean, some people, like we were saying, can have like $1,000 and more coffee maker that will make you great coffee. But if we're thinking about a coffee maker that looks a bit like the one in the picture here, it's not gonna be all that great. Which is why I think coffee maker is need but not great. No, because I don't think I need it. That's why I'm being steadfast in this. It's not a need. I don't think you need to have coffee in life. I think it's great to have, but you don't need it. And I stand by that point. Okay, I know it hurts your soul, but it's the reality. All right, now we're gonna have the big conversation. Aster, are you ready? The thermopot. I think that a thermopot is amazing, but not a need. It's not goated. No. I'm sorry to disappoint you. You have problems out here. And I think it's great. Amazing even. But but I wouldn't say that is goated. I'm sorry, sir. I can't justify putting that in the goat situation. It's great to have, but it only has one use. And it wouldn't be easy to use it for any other use unless you use a second item, which makes it a hassle for me. I'm sorry. I don't want to hurt your feelings like that, but it's just what it is. It's literally 10 times better than a kettle. Of course not. As I said, see how the kettle is made for pouring? So easy to carry. This you have to carry. First, it's gonna be heavy. You have to take care of the cable for it. Then you have to make sure you like tilt it perfectly so that the water comes out the whole of it there. How are you gonna pour that over like your cutting boards when you're like, you know, disinfecting stuff? It will not be easy to use to pour over things. It's just not how it is, sir. I'm sorry. I really don't want to hurt you like that. But it just has to be like that. It's just not that convenient. If I compare it to a kettle, it's just not convenient. And you can have kettles that hold a lot of water that will compare to it, okay? Wait, is a thermopot like a hot water dispenser? Yes, that's what it is. I'm canceling your birthday present and buying a thermopot instead. Wow, well, you know what? You played yourself because you already got me my birthday present. I bamboozled you and there's nothing you can do about it. A boiling water dispenser. But what about a kettle though? You have a kettle, you can carry it around, you can use it for cleaning stuff, you can bring it outside. There's no cable with you as you like remove it from the base. So much easier to use, not too heavy, very, very user friendly. One button, you know you can never go wrong with it. I'm just saying, the kettle wins out here. Boiling water, hot enough for easy instant noodles to, yes. That's great, but can't carry it around like that. When I need boiling water, I don't want to wait 6 minutes. Well, that's because you're just impatient. Maybe it's a test for you to know that you need to work on your patience levels. Maybe it's just for you to plan your life better. You know you're gonna need water in X amount of time. So you get up, you put it in the kettle, you start it, and you go do productive things. And then you come back and you get your water. See? Life planning, being efficient, that's what it means. But must be expensive on the electricity bill. Nope, it's cheaper. It's literally cheaper on the electricity. I don't know. Sorry, Aster, I'm with Mana on this one. See, Aster, you're the wrong one. Clearly, everybody agrees, okay? Way cheaper to keep water hot than reboil it. It depends on how often you do it anyways. And if the water's already warm, I'm the type to put hot water in the kettle before I put it on, so it won't even take as long because of that. So I'm just saying, you know. Also, if compared to an electric kettle, I'm beginning to open up to the thermopot. I mean, you might, but remember, carrying that around will not be as easy because it's not meant to not have the cable. When you take the kettle around, you don't need to worry about the cable. And it has the thing so that you'll be able to pour it easily over stuff. Look at this. How are you pouring anything like on top of things with this? This looks like a mess ready to happen. You would probably create quite a mess trying to pour any hot water on stuff using it directly, Aster. There isn't, what? I'm sorry. I want someone who actually owns one of these to tell me they own one and prefer their kettle. There isn't one. You're speaking from ignorance. Nah. Put it in a measuring cup. It's not that hard. Why do I need an extra item to use a thing? I don't need an extra cup to use my kettle. I take my kettle around and I do my things. No chance of me getting burnt either. It's a lot safer than pouring it in a measuring cup and then taking that measuring cup around. You know a mess would happen in this house. So no. This is not a valid argument, Aster. I'm sorry, but nobody's with you on that one. I didn't want to hurt you like that, but it's just the reality of life, okay? Okay. Sounds like a skill issue to me. Weren't you the one telling me that you think that my measuring cup is not made for pouring? Huh? I remember that one. I question if you were the one that didn't know how to use a measuring cup. I'm just saying, you would probably be the one burning yourself. Because it's your measuring cup. Skill issue on you. You can't use a measuring cup. That's on you. That's 100% a skill issue on your side. I'm just saying. Can you just put the bowl mug under the snout thing? I think it's something I see at a convenience store. Yeah. That's probably what you see at the convenience store. You can do that. I'm thinking about other uses because it's great to have hot water for your tea, for your noodles, and all that. But I also use my kettle for cleaning purposes. So sometimes I need to take it to the bathroom to like pour over something in the bathtub, like when I'm deep cleaning stuff. So I need it like that, you know? It's easy to use, easy to carry, easy to pour over things. I could not do that with a thermopot. That's just facts, and it's okay. It's okay to be wrong, Aster. It happens to the best of us, not me, but it does happen, you know? Sister is the only person on the planet using a kettle for cleaning, but it's pretending like it's natural use for it. No. A lot of people do, okay? Okay, kettle's carryability is a good factor too. Yes, that's my major point. You can use it for more than one use. That's why it's goated. You don't need to use it for one specific use of tea and stuff. That's not the only thing you use it for. So many options. When Aster's making bread and there's dough everywhere that I need to melt in the sink, I can use that. I wouldn't carry the thermopot around, okay? A lot of people, yes, you, your mom, and your sister is not a lot of people. Just go YouTube it. Go on YouTube and look at people cleaning and stuff and tell me what you see. You will understand that us epic, like, neat freaks have ways to clean that are better than yours, and we do use boiling water, okay? Asian household here, we do use hot water for deep cleaning when our parents are too cheap to get proper cleaning agents. That's also a way you can save. You see, you don't buy the super toxic things that make you sick, by the way, sister. I can't even use stuff that is super strong because you will get a headache out of it. So I use water, which is natural. And this makes my life easier. See? So all the points are accumulating against you, Aster. Like, the more you try to bring points, the more they're refuted. Thank you. Anyways, I do not know why this is here. I don't know why this is here. Why do we have a radio? Who's listening to CDs? How dare you?
So, your dumbass wants to have something carryable with 1 liter of hot water.
No, there has some that 3 to 4.
You do not own some that 3 to 4.
I had one. You had me get rid of it.
You had one? I don't see it. Where did it go?
I had to give it away because you didn't want it.
It's because you couldn't find its base. You lost its base.
No, I gave it away with the base, so I don't know what you're talking about. Nah.
Loser.
Wow, the slender. You came here and that you're just refuting your point.
Have 1 liter of boiling
It has
water
3 liters.
carryable.
Yes.
You have 4 liters at a moment's notice.
That you can't carry around.
You press a button and pour it in a bowl.
2
Pour it
items.
In a
2
measuring
2
cup.
items.
Who cares about your 2 items?
I
bro?
do. Nobody wants to have to do an extra step where you could just carry it around.
Do an extra step of grabbing the kettle, taking it to the sink, opening it, filling it all the way up, closing it, putting it back on its base, and setting the temperature and waiting for that fucker to boil for 6 to 7 minutes.
I don't know.
Rather than press 1
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. You've always had cheap kettles. My kettles do it faster.
Excuse me, your cheap kettle. Do you know how much that kettle that we have is worth?
It does not take 6 minutes to boil, but it's 1 liter of water. It does not.
And it's a freaking $100+ kettle. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, but you chose to buy a freaking small kettle that can only make 2 cups of tea.
Because
that's on you.
I got it for pour over coffee.
Not my problem.
I had a thermopot for tea.
That's just not my problem. Not my problem.
Yeah, that's just like you pretending to refute my argument.
No,
when you
haven't. No.
Ignorance.
Wow.
Pure ignorance.
You know that you're wrong. You can't go back.
I'm canceling.
You can't go back with all your
birthday
aggression.
celebration
Your aggression
and
can
buying
leave
a
the
thermal
room.
bath.
No, no,
That's
no.
it.
No, no, no.
That's it. No.
No.
It's over.
No.
It's over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no,
I can't add anything in logistical arguments because you know I'm right. Go away. Go away. Close the door. Go along. Move along.
Divorce.
Yes.
Divorce.
Give me the ring. I'll go take it to the pawn shop.
You give me the ring. I paid for
That's
those.
the wrong hand.
I paid for those.
And is
I get to keep them. Why
no.
not?
Anyways, he's wrong as always. Go away. Jeez. As I was saying, very, very good. Break out the popcorn. We have a lover's coral. Yeah, coral. I love it. I'm a turtle after all. Married life, yes, married life TM like, just comes in with the ignorance and tries to make a point when nobody agrees with him, you know? Nobody took his side, so I'm just saying clearly someone is wrong in here and it's not me. Anyway, let me get some water. Oh, I just realized I was missing something. Wait, I don't know where it went. Oh well. If you try to throw stuff at me today, it might not work. I just realized the program disappeared. Let me try and start it. Drama tubers more. VTuber domestic violence over appliances. I would die. I would love this video to come out. It would be so great. If that was my rise to fame, I would be grateful for the rest of my life. Hello, Lenny. How you doing? Do you agree? Do you agree that a thermopod is amazing? See, I didn't put in the great, but nobody needs that. It's great to have. Amazing, even. Not a need. He's just confused over there. Wait, where is that? Oh, it was it there? I can't tell. Hopefully it works. I don't know. Anyways, before I interrupted, I was about to say, who the hell wants a radio these days? I feel even if you have CDs, it's not even the cassette one. If you have CDs, you have a PC, you can have a PC attachment. You don't need a whole thingy. We have Bluetooth speakers and stuff. So I would ask, who wants this? It goes with the landline phone. Like, who the hell wants this? I know it sucks, like nostalgia and all that. And I do possess a radio somewhere in the house, but I don't need that. Like, I really don't. But it's not a dumpster fire because it did what it had to do back in the day. It was really good for everything, so, you know, can just spit on it. I don't know what it is, so yeah, agreed. See, people are good in this chat. Imagine it as one of those X, but Y. It's your rise to fame as a streamer, but you only benefit from it if we're collabing. Because because then when you don't want it, like collabing on stream all the time. No, people like the mysterious factor of like randomly hearing you screaming about a thermopod in my stream. That would be the selling point after. That's how that works. That's how clout works, okay? You have to show up and have a whole fight about like, I don't know, maple syrup. And then it'll be great. A lot of clips. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know anybody right now that would want a radio. Maybe Vector would because he likes to just collect old stuff for no reason. So I just have to walk in once or twice a stream and yell. Sounds about right. I mean, you already have been doing that for the past few streams, so you're winning in here, you know? I have a radio in the backseat of my car because my car won't let my phone connect. And yes, I can only mess with it when stopped. You know what? That's kind of sad if I'm being honest, but at least you get some music out here. Like, dang. If I could, I would make you a fund to get some music in a more easy way in your car, you know? Gotcha. Good. You got the script going. I'll believe in you, Aster. We got a business idea in mind right now. Gotta hire a clipper dedicated to that. You think I have money for a clipper, bro? I just hope that like somehow that one clipper will see me fighting when Aster will start clipping and all will do. It will be great. Fish would? What would fish do? Have a radio? Why would he want a radio? For what? Like, we all have Bluetooth speakers, we have PCs, we have phones. We could have an iPod if you wanted. Why would you choose to have this radio right there, because I'm looking at this specific type of radio. Like it probably cannot even connect to Bluetooth or anyway. It can only play CDs and maybe play radio channels. It's like I don't know about that. I don't see the use. He old like you, yes. You're an old man ready to bully turtles every day. That's what you choose to do, Aster. Anyways, okay, so this one, I feel special ways about it. I'm biased, okay? Are we talking about radio? I only sit on Sundays when the local stations plays 80s music. Oh yeah, we're talking about a radio that looks like this one. This type of thing where you can put CDs in and then listen to the radio. Yeah, yeah, CDs. I was like, what are you talking about? I mean, I have CDs, but I mean, you can have a CD player connected by USB to your PC. Like, you could just use that. Do you need a whole radio with bad speakers? I don't know. My radio got Bluetooth. Oh, see that's an advanced version of it. If we at least have Bluetooth, but then again, I feel like radio speakers were not all that. Like, it was kind of grainy, you know? Oh, that's the model my grandpa had. See, that's what I'm talking about. I definitely had one of these radios that I used to like have my alarm to go to school back in the day, but that's about it. I don't know that I would want one of these now. It's just not the thing. But yeah, what I was gonna go with was the hair dryer. I would usually put it in the great but not need, but I just got a really fancy one. And it's amazing. And it was expensive. That was my birthday gift that Asta gave me because I would never spend on it. And it's really good and very efficient, and it doesn't like break my hair, and my hair is flourishing and being happy with it. So that's why I would actually put it in there. But I'm thinking specifically about mine. A normal one, I would probably put in the great but not need. But I'm thinking about mine specifically. Real talk, I grew up with one that looked almost exactly that. I'm pretty sure we all did. I'm pretty sure we all did. I just don't know who would want one now, just like the landline phone. It's like, they're great and everything, but I would not go out of my way to go buy one of these today, you know? My other grandpa had one of those older models with a dial and analog gauge. It's 60 years old and it outlasted any other radio we have now. It's still working today. Okay, well, that's awesome. Keep that. Never know, someone will come in and be like sell me that. I need it. Hair dryers can be great. My wife will only use hers when I do it for her, though. That's the thing. It's a lot of workout for your arms, especially if you have a lot of hair. So it's like, eh. Hair dryers can be great. Yeah, I need to think for the hair dryer because I kind of need it. Yeah, because like, I mean, you could, if you plan your life, once again, you wash your hair early in the morning, you'll have time to let it dry. But at the same time, it can be harder for curly hair people. Like, we be struggling out here. Like, Asti would probably struggle because it will take a long time for it to dry. And if you want to take a shower at night, you don't want to go to bed with your hair wet because he will get a headache. Other people will have some type of other problems with it. For me, if I went to bed with my locks wet, then I have a chance of mold, and I'm not trying to have that. So, you know, there's a lot of reasons why it would be kind of a need. But if you can plan around and make sure you wash your hair in the morning, most of the time, you should be fine. Like, up until, like, 2 weeks ago, I didn't have one, and I never used one. I mean, I had access to Aster's, but I never used it. So I was living my life okay, but that's why it's difficult for me to see it as a need in my personal use of it, you know? Hair dry is great, I think. My hair is so thick, it'll stay moist for so long that I get a headache. See, you too. Some people got a hair straightener's device. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit like my hair dryer is that type of thing. I have the fancy one that if you don't know about it, it will seem like a very weird concept. But my hair dryer is pretty much a vacuum for hair that will absorb the water and strengthen your hair at the same time. So it doesn't, like, instead of pushing air, it just has a vacuum effect, and somehow it just eats up the water. I don't really know how it works, and that's why I wouldn't have bought it myself because it's expensive, or I was gonna buy it in a few years because I was gonna save about $10 a paycheck for it. Thankfully, I had a nice person that, you know, got it for me for my birthday. So now I can use it, and I do lend it to my sisters because it's good. It's especially good for kids that cannot sit down and get their hair blow dried. It does a great job, and it doesn't hurt. You don't lose hair, you don't sweat. It's a bit heavy and it's really loud, but it does a great job, so I can't complain, you know? It's basically a small vacuum cleaner that has a hair dryer attached to the end of it. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. So like you just need to like let it like grab your hair, and it'll straighten it if you have like loose hair. In my case, I have locks, so it just makes them like, it stretches them for me, which is what I like, and makes them look very neat. So it's like, oh, my hair be looking cute today, type of thing. But yeah. So that's why I would put it in amazing, just because I'm biased with the one I own. If not, it would be great but not needed for me. And probably I guess Aster would put it in need but not great. Like he needs it because hair will cry and give him a headache. So I can understand that this one can be very different for everybody involved, you know? Make sure. Oh, hello, big birds. I'm sorry I missed your chat. I hope you're doing great. Yay. When I use my hair dryer, my hair gets fluffy. Yeah, some people cannot be anywhere near one of these because the hair will be hairing for days. So, you know, they don't want that. Yeah, I need it, but I don't like it. Yeah, it makes you sweat, makes you unhappy. It's not the greatest experience, but most people do need one. It all depends on your hair. I know some people, like, they'll go get their hair wet, and in the span of 15 minutes, it'll be dry and looking pretty. And it's like, okay, well, I'm jealous. Can you not show me this? This is not okay. All right, and then we have the almighty toaster. I will put the toaster. I'll be reasonable about it. I'll put the toaster in great but not a need, depending. Actually, I'm not, no. It might be need, but no, but I think it's great. I think it's great. No, it doesn't go in a dumpster fire. I love my toaster. I have a very pretty red toaster, and it toasts my bread very perfectly and makes me happy, okay? I just realized hairdryer is ahead of thermopot. What? Shh. You don't need to let him know about that. But yeah, no, I love my toaster. It just makes my bread perfect. And you know, before Aster became all preppy and all that, I loved to get my randomly cheap bread at the grocery store that is a perfect square, and I just shove it in there. It's the perfect size, and I have a perfectly golden piece of bread. I put some butter on that, and I'm having a great time. Now the problem is that Aster makes that fancy bread, so like the slices are too big to put in there, so I have to like put it on one side for a second, and then I have to flip it. More work, but honestly the job is done, so I do love it like that, okay? That kind of toaster can only do bread, so I agree with great but not needed. Yeah, it's like, okay, I like having it, and usually I have one type of bread. Now my life has changed a bit with the type of bread that Aster makes, but you know. I prefer toasting on the frying pan. Like, is that toasting or like frying? Like, what do you mean? Flipping those bad boys with the omelet and meat. Okay, well, I feel like we're talking about totally different situation here. Like, we're talking about like if you just wanted to toast your bread so you can put some butter on it. I'm not doing all that. I will put it in the pan if I'm making grilled cheese. Maybe if I feel fancy about it, but I don't think that I would go all of my way to do all that just for a piece of bread with some butter, you know? But yeah, Aster just has issues. He just doesn't understand like that it's great. And then they can look very cute and very pretty like mine. I keep it clean because I love it. It's red and it matches all my other kitchen equipment. And then I told you, like, his mom showed up at some point and she looked around the kitchen and she was like, oh, do you like red? And we laughed so much because if you don't know I like red, you haven't been observing me for a while, because most things that I own will be red. Like my Vitamix is red, my toaster is red, my carpet is red, my cooking utensils are red, my coffee machine is red, like my ice cream scoop is red. Then you go into my things and I have my scarf is red, my boots are red, my backpack is red, my winter coat is red. It's like, I'm not even trying anymore. It's just very obvious. So, you know, your digital dress is red. I mean, it could have been, I try not to be too red, but that's why my avatar's eyes are red, because it's my favorite color. That's the only reason they're red. I like them, you know. I do my own egg drop sandwich and toaster is inefficient for that. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna be doing something very like specific, the toaster's not gonna make it, you know. Or was red? No, I think my clothes were always green cause turtle, but I have red in my hair and I have red in my eyes. That's what that's my little like, you know, wink to myself, be like, oh, I have red somewhere in my things. Oh, hello, fishing. How you doing? I hope you had a good nap, if anything. If you're sleeping that early, you're probably tired, so it's more than okay to do that. And then yes, so red is great, red is life, red is bae, and we love it. So that's why all my stuff in my house is mostly red. That's why if I had a choice, my hairdryer would also be red. I'm referencing the Ragnarok dress. Oh, why are you talking about my trauma PTSD story? I see what you're doing. Yes. All my outfits in ROM were red when they could be red. It was a fact of life. And it's really weird because I grew up and my favorite color growing up until I was like 12 or something. Even after that, I think I was a teenager when it changed. But I grew up loving blue. I was a blue, I love blue and blah blah blah. And all of a sudden red just became my color. I don't know what happened there. Just happened. Yeah, you just bring up my trauma like that and you think it's funny? I see how it is. Is mayonnaise an appliance? Of course it is. Hello, Di. How you doing? Would you put it in the goat situation? Do you have goat mayonnaise in here? That's definitely Fish's favorite thing, so maybe it should be goated. What's your favorite appliance? Is it maybe perhaps the kettle? Actually, Di, tell me. Do you prefer a kettle or a thermopot? How do you feel about that if you know what both are? Not some people didn't know. I wonder what your expert tea maker thought is about that. Infinity Nikki, red dresses only. You know what? I thought about playing it. I'm just not sure anybody would be interested in watching me play that on stream. So I'm like, if I'm ever gonna play Infinity Nikki, I think I'll probably keep to myself and play offline. I'm like, I don't think my crowd's about the Infinity Nikki pretty dresses, dressing up and slaying. Unless I'm tripping, but I really don't think you guys would be down for that. What is a turbo bot? No, not a turbo bot. Thermopot. The ones that keep the boiling water for you so you don't have to boil it. So like it holds a hot water basically. Mayonnaise is goat. See, normal people. Only Fish not understanding the love for the mayo. I don't know. Not a fair comparison. How many households have thermopots? Apparently it can be a thing from what Aster's saying, but he's weird like that. Oh, water boiler, those are nice if you have a lot of people. But would you who's better basically? The thermopot or the kettle? I want to know. It's a charming one. If you play, I hope you enjoy. Every streamer I saw playing it was also surprised how much of their mostly male audience were playing too. Yeah, I wonder because for me, it looks like it's a game you play because you like pretty things and you want to look at pretty things. I mean, I may be changing things about my streaming and I may start like in the next few months streaming a lot longer. So if anything, I could spend 2 hours on that and just change game or like do other things in the future, so it might become more doable. I just think because my streams are not that long, I can't just be like I have 3 streams a week and then I'll be like spending 3 hours in one of the streams on it. I don't know how I feel about that, so maybe when I do longer streams I can just split my games and stuff towards the day. A good kettle is better because you have more control on temp. I will believe you, I never had one. Pressure cooker and air fryer both are goats though for different reasons. See, Aster's wrong. We always knew that Aster was wrong. It's just what it is. He's the only one vying for the thermopot. He just doesn't understand life. All right, let's see. Ah! Why don't you write that in the chat? Why are you coming to me for this?
Shit.
I'm not. I'm just speaking for the people.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Anyways, I still want to try more recipes in the air fryer. I got everything I've tried so far is great. Yes, honestly, it's so easy to use, and usually you'll have a grand old time. Unless you burn your stuff, then you're sad. But except for that, you're happy. If you have a big household, water boilers are super useful though. I just don't see a need for a single person or a couple. That's what I'm saying. We don't need one. Like, I know we drink a lot of tea and all that, but I don't think we need to be using that thing personally. See, I agree with you, Daishima. See, it belongs in the amazing, but not needed. We put it at the right spot. Let's see. I wanted to go for this one because I know Aster likes it. You're just coming for his nerves today. I think this is great, but not needed. And I'm talking about that oven toaster. I think it's great, but first it takes way too much space on your counter, and it's also a real pain to clean. And why would you need that if you have an air fryer? I feel like at that point, the goated situation here is there. Like, you don't need this there. It's goated and you suck and I'm getting one. No, you're not, okay? I would sooner take a rice dispenser than a water boiler. I've never thought about having a rice dispenser. I really don't mind just taking my little cups and putting them in there before I go wash them. I just put them in the big container, you know? Toaster oven is good. I don't know about that. Yeah, I just had to replace it with the air fryer. It does all the same and more. Exactly. It has a better version of it. We're talking about the toaster oven right now. I think it's great, but not needed. Specifically for me, I don't like how much space it takes on the counter. Maybe when you're rich and famous and you have a big kitchen and a lot of counter space, it doesn't matter to you. But for me, I have a very small kitchen and not that much counter space. I would not want to have a whole toaster oven taking so much space. Like, I just wouldn't, you know? Just pushing the 1, 2, 3 half a cup button would be nice, but is it that big of a deal? Yeah, I feel like of all the things that I'm annoyed to do in the kitchen, measuring my rice is not that bad. What do you want?
Here's the thing.
Yes.
A toaster oven is basically an air fryer with a better pop-out mechanism that isn't the shitty basket. If you have an air fryer that isn't a basket air fryer, then sure, it's go to
like this one we put there.
Yeah,
sure.
I will agree with you that it's go to that replaces a toaster oven.
Yeah.
However,
yeah,
a basket air fryer is not better than a toaster oven.
Just because it's harder to take the stuff out?
It collects all sorts of gunk and garbage
under
the basket.
I mean, it does in these too.
It's easier to clean these in the toaster ovens than it is to clean the basket.
I don't know about that, because at least the basket, you can take it out, you can let it soak, you can put stuff to clean it properly without being scared of breaking it or putting water.
All the shelves out as well.
Yeah, but the size of it, like all of that in there.
On the shelves is just a hole. Clean it with wiping
well,
off the cloth.
Well, if you have to like scrub it, it will not be easy. You say that like you're the one that cleans the air fryer.
No, but
that's what I thought.
The one who's been asking you to clean the air fryer for a week.
Wow, you dare. Well, just clean it yourself, sir.
No.
That's what I thought. Just complaining for no reason. When I'm rich, I want a stand mixer. It would make baking so much nicer. Yes, that's why I think it's amazing. It's not a need if you're not gonna bake a lot, but if you bake a lot, I think you kind of want to have one of these. Saves a lot of time and energy. A toaster oven is good. It's smaller than a stove oven and is still a great all-rounder. It does every other appliance. Once live my life with nothing but toaster oven. I would answer on this one. Toaster oven is easier to clean than an air fryer on top of having more dishes to make. I mean, it depends on how I grew up with a toaster oven in my house. It has been through things. It also, my sister was not very smart. She put it on a plastic chair. It burned through the chair. And then it had like random blue plastic on it for the rest of our lives. So it was a thing. It was a thing. But I personally don't mind cleaning my thingy because I feel like the basket is the hardest part to clean. But the container under it, honestly, it like you put some water and soap and it gets cleaned very easily. So I don't mind it. And then the grill, you let it soak a little bit and then you have a lot more access to cleaning it because you can shove it in water. You can shove it in the dishwasher. Did you know that? I've put my basket in the dishwasher. and it gets out clean, spick and span, and I don't need to worry about it. So I would not necessarily say that it's harder to clean than a toaster oven, because you can't just take it out or just shove it in water like that or let it soak. I've made all my breads on stream with a hand kneading. Someday I'll get a stand mixer, because you're a real one and you have the energy for this. We're lazy. Considering that like Aster bakes at least like once a week most of the time, I don't think he would have the will and power to just be kneading all this bread all the time. Like last week he made 4 loaves of bread because he gave one to my mom, one to my sister as well. So I think he would never do that if he didn't have that one. And he was already exhausted from this anyways, so you know. My air fryer uses a super non-stick, nothing, not even melted sugar or barbecue sauce, cheese, crumb, etc. sticks to it. Just basically rinse it out. Yeah, I feel like if you don't let stuff gunk it up and like accumulate over time, it can get cleaned very easily. Like, especially the bottom part that is not a basket is extremely easy to clean. That's the easiest part. And the other one, again, you could put it in the dishwasher. It will do. Wait, where's the toaster oven now? It's living in the great but not a need for me, because it can be replaced with an air fryer. An air fryer will do better, okay? I made those 4 loaves by hand. What do you mean? I didn't know. I thought you would do it. They wouldn't fit in our text. Ah, well. C is a real G. Oh, hello, John. How you doing? How you been? We're having very heated conversations here. Oh yeah, we clean it every time. Yeah, if you clean it regularly, you will be fine with your hair fryer, really. I know I'm okay with air fryer winning against toaster oven, but I refuse to acknowledge microwave as amazing and toaster oven is just great. You know what? I can actually kind of give you that. I can say if I didn't have a microwave, I would be more than okay with the toaster oven. Okay, if I didn't have an air fryer and I had to choose something between the microwave and the toaster oven, I would probably take the toaster oven above it. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. It will just have to happen. We're gonna do that. Got a new game. Let's go. Ooh, I wait for Clarence. Yes, there is one for you. Actually, I do agree with you. If the air fryer does not exist and I had to choose between these two, I would take the toaster oven over it. That's how I feel about it. I know, very controversial, but it is what it is. Okay, I still believe that a microwave is not a need. But I can't put a bowl or plate in a toaster oven. No, you just warm up the food. You warm it up in other ways. There are other ways. Yeah, oven style air fryers are better than toaster oven and they're better than basket air fryer and better than microwave. Yeah, I feel like depending on what you're making, I'm the type to reheat stuff on the stove anyways. So if I'm gonna have soup, if there was no microwave, I would be, yeah, but you just put it in a pot and you just reheat it and eat it. There's so many foods that are easy to do that, and if not, a lot of food will be easy to put in the air fryer anyways, so yeah. Some toaster ovens have warmer options though. Warmer than what? But I still put microwave in essential. Nah, absolutely not. I'm not changing that. I don't think a microwave is essential. It's amazing to have. It's great even. But I don't think you need one to live. Especially growing up without them. And like going through life without them most of the time, I think they're fine. I think they're essential, like let's say in an office space, because you need to bring your lunch and it will just be cold and you don't have all the pots and pans and stuff to reheat it. But at home, I think you have other accesses and other ways of heating your food, and that should be okay, you know? Let's see. Yes, we get it, man. You're a boomer. Wow, you're just projecting, okay? So, I mean, options to just warm stuff rather than cook. I mean, you can choose the temperature on your air fryer. So if you don't have to have it going at 400. You could have 200 and just let it be for a minute. Like we toast bread in it sometimes. We make grilled cheese. I want a grilled cheese. Anyways, we do things. And it's very easy to control, in my opinion. So it's like, yeah, that's fine. Oh, it's Dry Hats. How you doing? How was your day? How you feel about appliances? Very important matters here that we're discussing today. What appliance are we discussing right now? We're talking about the toaster oven. We decided to put it, well, I decided to put it in amazing, but not needed. You like appliances? See, you're a real G. You're a real one. There's oven style air fryers. My mom's gonna salivate knowing that yes, there are, and they're great. We love them. Like the one we have, we can choose anything. You can choose if you're making vegetables, if you're getting meat, if you're whatever you're doing, you can choose, and you can just like you can preheat it. You can choose the strength of it, so you can do whatever you want really. Sorry. Toaster oven is goated, definitely. Well, see, we would mostly agree if the almighty air fryer did not exist, because the air fryer pretty much replaces it. It can reheat anything and do better. So it's like, you know, we can't put it next to the air fryer. What are we doing, heathen? You just don't understand. Like, nobody needs the air fryer like that, the toaster oven like that when you have an air fryer. And an air fryer is often smaller and can do more. So, you know, I would rather go with that personally. I feel like that's more of a win overall, you know? Freudian slip. I don't remember what I said, so it's fine. It did not happen. Anyways, I think no one needs an air fryer when they have a toaster oven. Nah, you heard wrong. Clearly that never happened, and you're just slandering me right now. You need help to get over your lying habits. Let's see. Well, yeah, but actually no. But it is what it is. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. This is just how it is in life, okay? I was gonna go for our friend here, the panini bread situation. I think it's great. Even above the pizza oven. But I don't think I need that. I think if I had one to make grilled cheese, I would be very happy with it. But I wouldn't go out of my way to get it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I guess we can actually put it here. We can put in the amazing. Sandwich press is amazing. Yeah, it's pretty fun to have. Sandwich, you know, sad times fish. It actually, yeah, I can agree on that. I don't need it, but it's great to have around. If I had one, I'd be happy, but I will not go out of my way to get one. It just needs to be, you know? If I found one in my house, I'd be like, oh, that's neat, that's great, you know? A shared brain cell, yes, we love a brain cell connection. That's a rich people appliance in my mind. Yeah, see, that's why it's amazing, but really not needed. It's like the sous vide. I feel like the sous vide is very much a rich people thing to have. If we didn't get it as a gift, I would have been like, you know what, you can buy it with your own like fun stuff savings, but I refuse to put our household finances into that situation type of thing. So I'm happy it was a gift. Not really. A sandwich press is like 20 bucks or less. Yeah, but it feels like it's for rich people. Just like the pizza oven that you said is $30. It just feels like fancy people. It feels like an influencer making a video cooking in their house and they're showing you how to do it. That's how it feels, you know? I think I got mine for like $15 or so. So like I love that through this whole thing we've been learning so much about what Fish has in his house. It has a $30 pizza oven. It has a $15 sandwich press. And then he had a Scooby-Doo waffle iron situation. It's just a great time of learning for us today. I'm appreciative of that. Like it's clearly we know who to ask about appliances to be like, oh, is that good? We can get a great review from Fish. It's something I'd only whip out the sandwich press if I'm hosting a party at home. Yeah, you want to show off to others, be like, oh yeah, like, give me a second, I'm just gonna give you your grilled cheese out here, you know? Sandwich press is included in any basic pans packs. Is it? I've never seen it. I bought a very basic pan like a bunch when I moved to my apartment last year, and I didn't get one of these. Like, what do you mean? Now that I think about it, we kind of have one. We got a nice thing for our wedding. No, we don't. I thought the top was the same, so we don't have one. We have a little like portable grill situation we got as a wedding gift, and we love it, but it's like we need to have reasons to use it, you know. Sandwich presses are also super good, make super good Reubens. Yes, I'm pretty sure it would. I've never had a homemade one, so I don't know. We should try that. You hear that, Aster? Put in the list of things we need to try. Probably in summer like more yummy in summer. Worth buying one just for that. But other than that, I toast and sandwich press with a frying pan. Yes, same. That's how I make my well, I take a mason jar and I press whatever I'm trying to press. Gives me a great result. I'm sure it would be better if it had the little ridges in it, but you know, I'm not gonna cry about it. Yeah, in the same set that had my main and small frying pan, my electric kettle, my blender, and my coffee machine, sandwich press. Okay, what do you mean these come as a bundle? These are all different items, and all of a sudden you just got. They're not even related. How? I need to get on to what you got. What do you mean you got all that together? They're not the same. Wait. I'd only make Reuben if we buy the corned beef. I ain't gonna corn beef at home. Yeah, of course. I don't care for you to do it from scratch or whatever. I just want to have one at home one day because I like to live fancy like that. I need to make demands. I'm a wifey now, you know? Yep, 100 USD for that set. I need to get on that. Like, what do you mean? I wish I knew about that when I was moving into my apartment. I would have bought one of these sets to be set for the rest of my life. What do you mean? Yeah, corned beef is also annoyingly hard to find around here, except around St. Patrick's Day. Then it is everywhere. A single box with small boxes inside. I need to know because I feel like that's the perfect type of gift to give someone that's like, you know, getting their first apartment or something and you want to help them out. You give them one of these sets and they're good. Okay. I'm thinking a heater, which I believe this is. It depends. If we're talking, if that's the only thing you have in your house, you definitely need that. So yeah, it's a bit like AC but most houses will have heating of some type. Most of the time they will not have the AC, but heating for countries where we have winter and stuff is pretty much a need because if you don't have heating in your house, well, your pipes will explode and that's not a great thing. So I feel like if you have one of these, it's because you need it. Like I used to have one in my office at work because it was freezing in there and I was dying. So I had one under my desk. So I think it's a need when it's really cold and you don't have access to anything else to warm you up. But it's not the greatest thing ever. Also, it makes your skin and your eyes and everything extremely dry. And it's very uncomfortable, to be very honest. It's like, you know. Oh, let me catch up. If you want a decent substitute for at-home Reuben, you can use deli cut pastrami. I will trust you. I don't know much. I only buy it at restaurants and have a great time. Really, corned beef is the most common food items in the Philippines, even found in relief good packages. You guys know what's good. You get good stuff in your relief packages, you know? Yep, I bought it when I moved by myself. It was in Walmart. Ooh, that's cool. Well, that's noted. I really think it's a cool gift to give to someone getting their first apartment. Is that a heater? I'm from MX, so no additional heat is needed. Yeah, like if you live in a place where it's never winter, you really don't need one of these. But if you live in Maple Land, you might need one of these. But it will make your skin and your eyes and everything very dry and very uncomfortable. So it's not great. It's just not great. I'd rather have normal full house heating going on. It's Karen. Hello, how you doing? We're advancing. We're going through this list. We will get to the end, I swear. I have an electric heater, Chinese invention, I think. We attach it on the shower head and it's ready to go. What? What do you mean you attach it on the shower head and it's ready to go? I have never heard of this type of heater personally. We actually consider corned beef as poor people food here. It's interesting because growing up, avocados were considered poor people food to my parents in Haiti. And I grew up eating it a lot here. And then all of a sudden the hipsters came out and decided to make it fancy and now it's super expensive and they're very mad about it, you know? I wish that my poor people food was like some delicious corned beef and avocados. I'd be okay with that, you know? Full of spaghetti and meatballs, 10 out of 10. I haven't had that in such a long time. I feel like it's been a long time since I've had pasta. I don't particularly miss it. I feel like I need to be in a specific mood to have pasta. Most of the time I'm not. We have some space heaters. We need them because we have a huge open entryway, which means all here immediately heat immediately rises to the second floor. Yeah, see, if you live in a cold space and it's not fully like well organized for your heating, you will need one of these. But I do not like them for my skin. I don't feel great around them. I break out and stuff, so I would rather not. That's why they're not great. I have a heater. Don't use it often, but it's nice to have when you're chilled. But you know you're going to get hot if you turn out that heat up. Yeah, it will warm you up real quick, so at least you can get the whole room nice. But take up a head bath. Look at my head bath. It's out, being sweet as usual. But yeah, I blame millennials. Wow, I mean I blame them too. Oh, space heaters. I thought we were talking about shower heaters. Okay, I don't know about shower heaters. That is not a thing that we have here. So I was very confused. I mean, every day we learn. I didn't know that people had shower heaters. But now we're talking, yeah, the space heaters. I don't know English like that either. So I don't know how everything is called, you know? I have 3 heaters in my room alone. How big is your room? That you need 3 heaters? Like, what do you mean? Like, I had one, it was enough for like the whole room for me. Yeah, we never use heaters in the tropics. Yeah, that make no sense. The humidity does that for us. Yeah, you don't need to be any more warm than you already are, so that's that. Luckily, I probably won't need any more space heaters usage until December. Oh, like, is the cold already done for you guys? For us, it's still very much cold, except this week it's been raining, so there's hope. We have hope and dreams that winter will one day end, you know? Yeah, you should never point them at you. Low temp heat over time can leave you with permanent marks on your skin, even though it's not really hot. Yeah, it's not that great. Do you want a Blu-ray reader? You know what's funny? I never had a Blu-ray phase. I went from like VHS to DVD. Then I was like, what are Blu-rays? And then we skipped to digital stuff. I never had Blu-rays. I remember seeing like the blue boxes and stuff, and I was very intrigued. And like I was like, is it like a smaller CD than a DVD? I was confused. But I've never had a Blu-ray reader or a Blu-ray. Like, I don't know what was the point of this whole phase of technology. It just never happened for me. I don't know, I became a gamer and I used my PC to watch stuff. My room is actually pretty big. It's like 2 regular sized bedrooms next to each other with no wall. Well, yeah, that's probably why you need 3 heaters, because my office right now is not that big. Like, a small one would be too much probably, you know? If it makes you feel better, I didn't know shower heaters were a thing either. Okay, I'm not the only one that doesn't know about things. English is so confusing. It's the main language of different corners of the world, and each one don't agree between potato and potato. Yeah, I don't know. I say whatever I feel like that day, and I call it a day, you know? Yeah, no, I never had a Blu-ray phase either. Yeah, I don't know. It was a weird phase. I don't think Blu-ray lasted long enough for most people. It just kind of came and went. It was like, okay, well, there was a time in life where we had Blu-ray. Okay. The fact that toilet isn't as good as a sit. No, this is just being realistic, Rain. It's just what it is. It's essential. We cannot live without it. But I'm not excited about it. It's not like, oh my God, the toilet is my goat. The goat. It's not doing this for me. It's just like, you know, it's a thing we all have to use as humans. I'd rather use that one than the Japanese toilets. I'm really not a fan. I had to use one like maybe twice in my life, and I'm okay without the experience personally. I will take the Western style. I'm okay, but it's not the goat. It's just an essential. We cannot live without it. Okay. Is an electric griddle somewhere on this? What is an electric griddle? What does that mean and what does it do? Shower heaters are a thing because we don't have hot water coming out of our showers, so individual households have to improvise with electric shower heaters. I mean, honestly, that's smart. If you find a way to just attach something, that works. I think we're lucky, especially in Canada. Like, we have water for days, so like we have electricity for days. So most of us will be okay when it comes to hot water, but yeah. She definitely doesn't just doom scroll while taking a dump. I'm not one of these. It's very rare that I do. I like to like get the business done and go back to my work, you know? I have important things to do, okay? Where's the electric water boiler? Well, are you talking about the kettle or the thermopot? It depends. Electric griddle is basically the thing we have, the one that looks like a half panini press, but usually larger. Yeah, we have that. We got it as a gift, and I mean, I think it's great, but like it depends on your usage. I think I love it, but I would love it even more if we had an actual like backyard so we could cook outside. Right now we don't, and it's like we use it inside. So is it worth it? I guess if we ever wanted to have like home K-barbecue, it would be perfect for it. But except for that, I don't know. I don't know. I'm still figuring out my feelings about it. Griddles are fantastic. Yes, we love it. We just don't know how to make the most out of it yet, but I'm happy we have one. The one that heats the water you use to bath, to wash the dishes. Oh, the water heater. I mean, it's not exactly an appliance. I don't think it's in the list, but if I had to put it somewhere, that's an essential. We need hot water in this house, so that's where I would put it. I'm not excited when I see my water heater that we're renting and paying every month. I just feel like we need to have one, and then I get mad at it when I'm taking a shower and then the water gets cold, and then you're sad and mad inside, you know? It's just what it is out here. Think like a flat top steel surface that heats up like you see in restaurant. Yeah. We have a small one. It's pretty nice, honestly. I just googled, I'd love a griddle and practice being a hibachi chief. I mean, chef, I don't think it's that big though. Maybe there are bigger ones, but we have a very small version of it, but I like it. It is an appliance. Okay, well, yeah, I would put it in essential. I'm not gonna look for a picture because I'm not trying to add more stuff to this thingy. But I would put it in essential. I need hot water in the house, so that's about it. Make the most out of a griddle by making pancakes and eggs and bake it at the same time on one surface. That actually sounds exciting. The thing is that you have to take it out and then you have to clean it. It's an extra thing to clean, so it's a bit of a hassle for that, but I guess it makes it nice. But what I like about our oven, it has the long thingy, like where two rounds connect, so you can just put a plaque on that and cook on it. So it also is an option on our stovetop, you know? I used to use a flat top grill when I worked in a restaurant, so I'd want to use a griddle to make those recipes again one someday. You know what? We can all have dreams. We just need to save up for them. Or cooking burgers and toasting buns at the same time. We did Ashley made burgers once on them, and they were pretty yum, honestly. And the machine that is used to make the juices there? Of course it's there. It's great, but it's not needed. It's very important feelings here. Griddle is basically a really, really wide frying pan. I want one. It makes life easier when you're gonna do a bunch of things at the same time. I don't usually do that, so maybe Asher will find a need for it. I'm just here to enjoy the food if I'm being very honest, you know? Where you push fruits and vegetable and just comes out. Yay, it's there. Right there. Oh, wait, here. You couldn't see my mouse. It's right there. It's a juicer. Wait, we put it there. But like, I don't need that, but it's great, you know, when you have a use for it. Speaking of cooking tools, I still need to get a second wok. A wok. That's how you pronounce that, right? I'm confused. A wok? Wok? Yes. That sounds right? Oh, it's Zachary. You were someone with the word wok. Yes. It's not in there. It's not an appliance. It's in potted pans. What do you mean? And the electric can opener, it's not there. I think it's amazing, but not needed. I have a manual one, and it works real great, and we got it at the dollar store. We got my mom a fancy one because she's older, you know, and she struggles. But I don't think it's needed. I would say it's amazing when you have one, and I would want one, but it's not a need to me. Waka, yes. That's it. Waka. I need to get a first another on the what? Yeah, one day. It's the pots and pans, man. Pizza oven is it good? Of course not. What else do you cook in it? Tell us, Zachary. What other use do you have for these except for pizza? Do you do anything in there? Anything else you can cook in there? See? That's why you need to be there for the conversation so you can give us all the points in here, okay? I believe here is a gas stove. I think a gas stove goes in the goat category. If I had one, I would be very happy. I think cooking on these is just a different experience, and I had the pleasure of living in a house that only had gas stoves in Japan, and I got used to being like, you know, spoiled by them, and then I came back home to my normal electric one, and I'm like, this is not the same, does not hit the same, you know. Yes, lasagna, the lasagna fits in these. I mean, why would you use that over a normal oven for your lasagna though? Like, why? I have 40 pizzas in my deep freezer. Tostino's pizza is better. Okay, I don't live that life. Maybe you and Fish can have great discussions about pizza. I don't eat that much pizza in a year. That's not happening for me. Oh yeah, we can bake on a pizza oven, but isn't a toaster oven sufficient? Yeah, I feel like there's so many other ways to be efficient with cooking your pizza or your lasagna. I don't know that I would need to have the pizza oven for this. We have a gas stove that's generally fine. Mostly it's just handy that we can still cook if the power goes out. There's that, but also like I feel like maintaining heat and stuff like that, and also it's hot right away. Like when I needed to like just quickly melt some butter, like it was a very instant situation. You put it in a little thing, you put it over the fire, and then bam, your thing is melted. I like that, you know? My 8 a.m. brain is not brain, it's fine, we can brain together. Thank you for correcting me as you read. I do my best. We all need to understand. It's fine. It's great exercises for me for my English practice times. No, it's the same like a toaster oven, mana. It's faster. It's not the same. I don't know. I personally would shove stuff into my air fryer, but maybe that's just me, you know. But it is what it is. I'm telling you, we're finishing this list today. I'm very proud of us, okay? Then I have this here. I don't exactly know what it is. I think it's like a camping thingy. I think if I was gonna have a camping like gas thingy, I would want the one that has the plaque, so I can just put my food directly on it rather than this. So I probably put this one in meh. Who wants that? I mean, yeah. No, mana is part of the air fryer cult. Yes, I am, and very proud. Portable cooktop, I guess. And what is that induction cooker? You put that in goat right now? What do you mean in goat? I haven't been camping in ages. I don't camp. I don't do that to myself. I have a roof. I will use that roof to put over my head. I'm not about to just go camping for no reason and suffer in the woods, not having somewhere to sleep safely away from insects, okay? It's amazing. I don't know. I feel like there would be better versions than this. Like, I feel like it's very meh. I would like to have the one that just have the plaque on top. Like, what do I need to have stuff and then put a pot on it? I would like it to be like the one we were talking about, like the griddle situation. I know that there are some that are made like that. I would be more down for it. I was in Boy Scouts. I used to go camping all the time. Yeah, you were touching grass. See, we're not the same. I'm not doing all that. That's a bit scary if you ask me, you know? I think it's induction cooker. If it is just electric stove and it makes electric bills more expensive. Yeah, like, I feel like this is for when you're on the road and you touch grass. I don't touch grass, so I can't justify that one, okay? Yes, we are the same. Let's go, Boy Scouts. Yeah, Scouts. I mean, I'm a city girl. I'm not touching grass. Now, you would fit it just fine. Pyros of the world unite. I mean, yeah, if they had a dedicated time for pyros to burn stuff, maybe it would have been the way of life for me, for all I know. Maybe I could have gotten accustomed to touching grass if they let me burn the grass. You know, you never know. Maybe there's a way for you to live in this world. You can get much lighter stoves for backpacking, like light gas stoves. That one is only good for glamping. I don't even know what glamping is. See, I don't know the words of the people that touch grass. It's very confusing to me. It's like, what do you mean? You touch grass, but you also do all these weird things? Like, why? Why do you do this to yourself? I wonder. Glam camping. Fancy camping. See? It's like camping light. Is it the ones that do it but like in their fancy cars? So like they set it up like this. It looks very comfy and they have the whole shower and everything. Is that what's up? YouTube Camp has legit good camping advice. Yeah, I would watch it, but I would never try and do it myself. Basically, clamping is glamour camping. Basically, camping but without a survival aspect. Yep, the RV people. You know what? I'm not that for camping, but maybe I'm a glamping girl. Because I just need to make sure if I go camping, you're telling me that there's a bathroom somewhere. And then I'll be like, okay, that's fine, I can live, you know? Fancy camping like at a cabin with heavy gear and all the nice things, yeah. Either RV or really big tent. Yeah, I know people that like modify their cars so that they can like have a movie night in the car and stuff. And I'm just like, I mean, I could do that at home though. Why am I going on my way to do that in the streets? I don't know. I feel like it's like more trouble than anything else. Well, you'd never last long at a campsite. I can see it. You'd panic and freak out and with the noises we hear. I mean, fun story. We went camping once when I was in Japan. I didn't have a choice. It was a group activity. But it was like in little cabins. There was nothing in the cabins. We had to have our sleeping bags and everything. But at night, we decided we wanted to go, explore the mountain. I was leading the charge, but then all the girls were scared, so we had to go back. I will never know what was going on in the weird noises in the forest. Maybe I would have died. Maybe I would have found a bear. Who knows? But I was very brave. I will have you know that. I did touch grass that 1 year in my life. Now you'd be great. Get your camp on. I don't know. I slept, but I was very happy that it was only one night. I was like, let's go back home next day. But we did go to the onsen. It was nice in the mountains, like in the volcano and stuff. It was great, but I would not do it again. I know you can't last in a campsite. I can't last in a campsite. I love my modern bathrooms. Exactly. I need comfort. I need stuff to be convenient. That's how I live my life. There's a reason I was born here. I was born to live that pampered life. And I will do my best to keep it up, okay? I need my little comfort stuff, okay? Very important facts for a turtle. A turtle cannot be thrown into the woods and expected to just live like that. We don't do that. I know I can't last in campsite. I read that. I don't know why it just showed up again. Okay, all right. All right, now. I think having a food processor is pretty great. I would even put it here. Because when you need to do big quantities of spices and mixes and stuff like that, it's great. You need to chop a lot of carrots, it's great. And then sometimes they have the different blades and whatnot. My mom had a fancy one growing up, and she's so sad she still has it. It died like maybe 3 years ago, but she's still hoping and copiuming that maybe she can get it fixed. But it came with like 6 different blades and different ways and different bowls. It was also a stand mixer. It was everything and more, and it worked amazingly. And she cannot part with it, and I think it's great. Wait, why did I spam? I don't know, internet maybe. Are humidifiers appliances? I guess they would be. I think humidifiers are amazing, but not needed. I think I have really, really dry skin and I'm just dry in general. So in winter with the heating going on, it does help me a lot. I breathe better. My skin is a lot better if I have access to one. Thankfully, my mom gifted me one big one for Christmas like 2 years ago, and I'm still very grateful for it because they're not that cheap if they're gonna be that great, you know? And the humidifier, I think, would be the same. My mom uses it a lot for her basement because it gets very humid in winter, so it makes it cold, or it gets really humid and hot in summer. So my mom lives by that. She loves having her dehumidifier in the house. A longest trip I've taken was 2 weeks with 1 night at a hostel, super cheap communal hotel, often with bunk beds, bunkers. It can be super fun to camp backpack for longer trips with the right people. Yeah, you hit it on the nail with the last sentence, with the right people. First, I wouldn't do anything like that on my own. Second, not with someone I don't get along for a few years. I need to really know you and know we're gonna be okay, and you're not gonna just have a little fit at me, you know? If I'm with like one of my sisters, I know like that we can go on vacation and we will not have a single fight the whole time. Another one could be different. She will not be, if she's not happy, she's gonna put it on everybody else. So it's like, it depends. Most idols use humidifiers, as I heard. Seems like it's recommended for voice care. Then maybe I should use it more because I feel like my voice is cracking all the time. I'd have to go out of my way to buy a bunch of distilled water because our water is way too hard to work with them. Yeah, I guess it depends on where you live. I feel like I've been okay. I haven't figured out how to clean it, but I just to make sure I don't have problems, I just used water from the fridge, so it's already purified and like filtered. So far I haven't noticed a lot of buildup in the humidifiers that we have in the house. So I'm just keeping up with that. It's a lot of work having to take it out of the fridge, but you know it's worth it for better sleep, better life. You know, in winter it gets too dry with the heating. Yeah, the trail I went on was also one of the most well traveled in the world. Always a few other hikers trekking along you, which makes it safer too. Yeah, you don't want to be alone in the woods and you don't know what's going on. That would be very scary. For me, I would panic. I don't mind camping as long as we're not out too long because I like being home and it will also depend on who I'm camping with. Yeah, like it takes a lot for me to feel like being outside the house more than at my house. It needs to be something I really want to do. And camping is probably never gonna be one of these, you know? Careful about humidifiers though. Households that use it also become prone to black mold. I mean, I think it depends on where you are. I think because for you, you're in the tropics, it's a lot more humid and the way we build our houses is really different. In our case, it's so dry. Like especially with the heating in the winter, there's no space for mold to be growing unless you make it like you abuse it in a really small room and then it gets like you know it like your walls are like leaking and stuff. I think then you would have an issue, but for us like it goes in the air and disappears very quickly. So I think it's a different type of situation depending on where you live. But again, for sure, never abuse stuff. If you see your walls sweating, maybe there's something wrong and maybe you need to move it. Maybe you need to have it on the lower setting. Like I know that mine has, you can choose the percentage of humidity, so I can choose like if it's really dry I'll put at 60%, if not I'll put at 30%. Like I can choose what I want for a better feel and a better night, you know. Yep. Then there's when that's where the dehumidifiers are. Yeah, in the tropics, I think it would make more sense, but it would be such a hassle to always have to empty it because there would be so much water in there. We have hollow block and brick walls, so no growth there. Yeah, that's why it depends on where you are. Your house will be built different, so that it can survive whatever comes along. You know when you attempt to drink water and you almost choke? And then you have to tell yourself you're not choking right now. Yeah, it happens to the best of us, you know? Sorry. Let's see. We're getting there, guys. Okay, so we have the handheld mixer. Well, blender. You know what's funny? I own one. I have never used one in my whole life. Like we got one together here, but like I've never used it, but I have seen what it can do and I appreciate that. So I guess since I know how great it would be, I will put it with its cousin. I do think it's goated, depending on what you're making. Like if you want to make something really smooth, a really good sauce, a really good like creamy soup, I feel like it's good. And sometimes you just can't put it in a blender. So you need something like that to be able to like mix it up and have a very smooth result. So I think that's where I would put it. Our government is yep, here only clay bricks. Our government is such a cheapskate. I'd assume they'd use drywall if it weren't for the regular storm in the country. We get like 5 storms every year. Yeah, and then your houses would not survive that. It's amazing but not needed from the one who actually uses it. I don't know what you mean by that. It's an immersion blender. So it's really a blender that you hold so you can do stuff with. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Like I think it's really great because I think there's some stuff that it can do that no other appliance can do, or no other appliance can do as easily. Because I feel like there's a lot of things that you could just shove in your blender, but if you could just leave it in the pot and just blend it by hand, it would make your life a lot easier, and it's also a lot easier to clean than a whole blender. So I'm like, you know what? I see the vision. I think it goes hand in hand with the blender because you will use one or the other depending on your situation, how much food. Because if you have a big pot of soup, it might be really hard to transfer over. Maybe it won't fit the blender, so you'll have to do it in several like batches and stuff. Whereas you could just put that in the pot and then get it all blended and all good. So you know. The thingy for kneading dough is here. That's a great one. Yee, it's there. We do love it, but if you're not gonna be baking or anything, then there's no use for it for you. Like, why would you have that in your house if you don't bake? So that's why it's amazing, especially if you're a baker. But if not, I don't think everybody needs it in their house. People that don't even cook don't need that, you know? So yeah, that's where I would put that one. Why is my neck hurting? You know, sometimes you gotta stretch. You forget about it, but it's important. It's nowhere near as strong as a normal blender. So if you want to smooth things out, that it's not that useful. It fits in small places, but it's not that versatile. You know what? I agree. I guess I don't use it enough to like know all this. That's just how my general feel of it is. I think it's a fancy thing to own, and I like having one, and I still haven't used it. The hooks are awesome, but I'm way too lazy to need one. Wait, what is a dough hook? Do you mean the thing that you put in the stand mixer for the dough? I don't know. I don't do all that work. That's Aster's territory, you know? My eye itchy. See, it's probably dry. I need a humidifier in my office. Alright. Guys, we're almost done. I'm getting excited. I'm doing it on purpose. I'm not showing you how much we have. Let's see. So, I'm not sure how I feel about that. The pressure cooker. I feel like the pressure cooker is great. I've only seen my mom use it to like get the fat off of bones. So she would just shove that all in there and let it go, and then the bones come out like full on clean, like all the fat, all the meat, everything is off the bone, and then she uses the rest to do stuff, or like she will do a broth with the bones and whatnot. Pressure cookers are so good. Yeah, I think they're great. I don't think I need one. Since ours broke at my mom's place, we just never use it after though. I used mine last night. Yeah, I know people, like my boss was telling me, like sometimes just before she goes to work, she'll put all the stuff in there, put it to go, and then by the time she gets back home, or even if she works from home, she'll put it in the morning, and then it's time to eat. It's just ready. You just take it out. I don't think it's essential. I don't think it's a goat. So I'm like, that's why I would probably put it in the amazing, and I would put it around here personally, you know. I think it can do a lot of cool things, but I don't think I would ever full on need it, I guess is what I'm thinking on this one, you know. My mom and dad would put it in goat, but that's because they cook stuff that actually need pressure cookers, like beef. But I'm more of a chicken guy, so I never really needed it. Yeah, that would have heard, like most people have like beef recipe for it. I like to braise stuff, so sure, I guess it could get the same result. I don't really mind doing it in the oven personally. It's just that you have to keep an eye on it. I guess it's a lot more convenient to use a pressure cooker if you're just gonna set it. It's gonna do its thing, but at the same time, they're kind of scary. I'm pretty sure Asa has a horror story of one exploding. So, like, you know, I'm sure it had, like, more than one of them pressure cookers have exploded in the past. So I don't exactly full on trust them either. They kind of scare me. So I wouldn't put it in goat. I'm like, they can kill people, okay? It's scary out here. It can get killed by your appliances. All right. I'm sorry, Aster. You added that one. It's a fish grill. I don't know why I would need a fish grill. I literally just don't know why I would need this. I'm like, who wants a fish grill? Like, you can grill stuff anywhere. Why you need a specific fish grill? I don't know why you would need that. There are other options. Shove it in your air fryer. There are other options. I don't know why I would need a specifically dedicated fish grill for this. Like, what do you mean? But do you need a specific thing to grill your fish. Oh, but I bought it for 12 USD. It's a national pressure cooker. It didn't have the weight for the lid, so I replaced it and now it works smoothly. $14 if we count the new weight. Well, as long as it works. Oh yeah, they explode, but it's just human error all the time. Yeah, but then I don't know that I trust myself like that with it. What makes it a fish grill instead of a normal grill? It's like a dedicated space in your oven for it, and then you just put it there. I don't know. I would just put it on a grill. I would rather have a whole barbecue and grill whatever I want on it than just have a fish grill. I don't know. Cause mojadas are not grilled where on air fryer. I don't know what that is. So I mean, I'd like to say you're right. I just don't know what this is supposed to be and what does it do and what does it eat in life, you know? I feel like there are other ways to grill fish. I would literally just prefer having a barbecue. I will use my barbecue and grill it and then call it a day. I would not want to have a dedicated fish grill. Unless, I mean, I guess if you can use it for other things, like if I can be like, I can shove, I don't know, my toast in it because I don't have an air fryer or a toaster or toaster oven, then I guess I'd try to toast my bread in it, but I don't know. I don't see why I would like be like, that's definitely something I need in my house, you know? I'd still prefer using charcoal for grilling personally. Same. If I'm gonna have a grilling situation, that's what I would use as well. I think it's cool. But I don't like, it would never cross my mind to have one and as a, oh, that's a must in my new house and when I'm getting my new appliances and whatnot. A fish grill would not make it to my thought process, you know? But, you know, if I could always use charcoal for grilling, I would also do that. I think it makes everything yummier and is very much worth doing the extra mile for it. So, yeah. All right, guys. I didn't tell you, but we're on our last items. I told you it was going to be the finale today. It's happening. And the finale, I believe that's a steamer for your clothes. I think if you're not gonna have an iron, it becomes, I guess it depends on what you have. I think if you have nothing else, I would say it's essential. But if you have a dryer, if you have an iron, you don't need a steamer. Even though you can use it for your hair. I'm just saying, if you have dry hair, you can use a steamer on your hair. Just saying, just putting it out there, PSA. But you know, it's a steamer for like making, like removing the wrinkles on your clothes instead of using an iron board like the trash down there. Even though you can iron on other surfaces than that. So I would say it's essential if you have nothing else. It's not the most exciting item to have in your house. It's fine, you know. It's meh, I think. I only use steamer for fancy clothes like a tuxedo, but other than that, never use it. But does it do the job? If it does the job, it cannot be in the meh category because it does what it needs to be doing. So it can be neat but not great. Maybe I would be able to have a conversation about that. Because if you're able to be like, okay, I need to go somewhere and I need to steam this, and some of them are really like easy, like they're really portable, so it's easier to travel with, and they're not as heavy as an iron. They're also great in that way. Oh, here steamers and iron have the same name. Oh, how do you differentiate them then? How do you know which one you're talking about? I wouldn't know. But yeah, I think it's like it's kind of a boring one. It's, yeah, you need to have something to do that, like whether it's you're using your dryer, whether you do the fancy thing that Fish and Kohaku do and they just hang their clothes right out the dryer. But again, if you didn't have a dryer, you couldn't do that either. That's what I'm thinking. I've never used a steamer. Honestly, depending on the type you have, it's not the easiest thing to use because you need to know how, like where to hang the clothes while you're doing this, and you don't want to be like steaming your own hand holding it. So it's a bit tricky if you don't know where to put it, but it's nice. Except for dumplings. Steamed dumplings. I want dumplings now. Why are you making me hungry? We're doing appliances. What do you mean? I love them. I don't iron my clothes like ever, but I do iron my clothes with steamers. Yeah, same. Because I can watch TV at the same time and not start a fire. You know, we love it. We can appreciate that. You're not gonna randomly burn your clothes, you know? Clothes hanging is the fancy thing. Where I'm from, sun drying is for broke people like me. Oh, I wish I could. Here, like, you cannot just hang your clothes outside during winter. They'll just freeze over and will not help you. So we need to have other options. For me, I prefer the smell of my clothes when I let them air dry. It's just nice. But it's just that we don't have good temperature, and also we do not even have a clothing line like in our where we live. So even if I wanted to, I could not live with it. So it kind of sucks. Oh, I'm purely a t-shirt and cargo pants existence. I have no use for fancy ironing or steaming. Yeah, if you needed something iron and fancy, you could always take it to the dry cleaners and get it pretty. So like, depending on your use and how much you go out of your house and stuff, like I know like Esther and I, like if it's not necessary, we don't get out of the house. We have a few fancy clothes. Even then I have more than Esther does, but like I don't end up doing that a lot. But he has a few shirts that like they look a bit iffy if they're like super wrinkled. So depending on how lazy I feel that day, I will either steam them or shove them in the dryer and get them to be all preppy and nice. So you know. Well, if you have in a space, it's fancy. Yee. The more I talk to people from northern regions, the more appreciative I am about living in an archipelago in the equator. You know, I really envy you. I really wish I was you. Like, I'm sure I have things about where I live that are like probably better, and you have things that are better. But honestly, I am an individual that is made for hot temperatures, to be warm. My hair is happier, my skin is happier, everything about me is happier, my mood, everything gets better when I am in a like warmer environment. Like I was built for this. So the depression that happens when winter happens is very traumatizing. So it's like, I don't know. If I could, I would move, but I'm too scared to move. And I'm very obsessed with my family. I love them too much to move away. So I'm just not gonna do that to myself. I'm gonna make sure I stay close. Like, you know, as they say, as depressing as it is, you have less time with your parents than they have with you. So you know, I want to make the most of it. I don't want to be far from them. I want to make sure that if they need me for anything, I'm always gonna be available. So I will not move away from them. That's just how I choose to live my life with my glorious parents. All right, guys, we did it. We finished our beautiful appliance tier list. Where gamers, of course, the PC is up, and only one thing made it to the dumpster fire. I'm surprised, but that's the only thing I believe needs to burn and die. The rest is pretty cool, pretty chill. You know, we have a great relationship out here, so it's not that bad. Pros of living in the Philippines: low cost of living. Cons of living in the Philippines: bad schools and low quality of products. Except BGC. I do not know what that is. That's the fancy place. I don't know. I know nothing about. I know the Philippines have pretty places. I know that it has pretty people. I know it has violence. I know it has a lot of very pretty people and very good singers. That's basically all I know. I know it's a pretty place too, so you know. Toaster should be there too. No, it shouldn't. Yay, appliances tier list done! We did it! I'll download it and put it on the Discord because we need to remember this beautiful time of our life. It was great. Let me drink. I forgot after the violence. Let me get there. Offline lurking, thank you, Conway. I appreciate it. Our cat's appliances, they often sleep inside big pots. They probably are, and they probably belong in the goat section, to be honest. I mean, I like cats. I don't want one, but I do like them. It's dry and windy here, so we could hang things to dry if we wanted, but it's also dusty because we're on the edge of the desert. Yeah, so you would get some crunchy clothes back. I don't know that that's what you would want, though. Yes, it has violence. Yes, violence from Kuro always. They have telenovelas too. Yes, they do. They have dramas. We love that. Yippee! Yes, cats are appliances. They vibrate when resting, and they are solar powered when charging. Yes. Good job, everybody. We got through it. Honestly, it was a lot of fun. I'll think about what other tier list we can do because honestly, I did enjoy that a lot. It makes for very great, deep conversations that I believe we all need to have. Learn a little splishy, splish, 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 splish. There we go. But yeah, I think that's it for today. I just really wanted to get it done. I had planned to play the game today, but I was like, for some reason, it took 3 streams to get through this, so like we'll just have to do that. I guess that will change when I'm able to stream longer. Maybe I'll just do it in one sitting. That should be a great time too. But we'll have to think about other tier list topics. Maybe I'll put in the members polls and guys can choose what the next tier list is gonna be and when. I will not be streaming tomorrow because it's movie night, so as usual. But I will be streaming on Friday. We're gonna play Murder Soul Suspect because it's been too long. I don't want to forget everything. I want to play it at least once or twice a week so we can have fun going through that game. So that's gonna be that. But yeah, you guys are awesome and thank you so much for hanging out. It just goes to show how developed your yapping powers are. No, it just gives power to my yapping. Somehow it like I just have too much to yap about, and then it takes 6 hours of stream to get through an appliance tier list. But yeah, we'll try other tier lists to do and we'll have a lot of fun. Thank you so much for being there. I'm gonna go rest. I'm gonna go eat because I'm suddenly very hungry. I was so full before stream. I don't know what happened. The yapping took too much energy, I guess. See, professional yapper right there. Anyways, I'll see you for a movie night tomorrow. We're watching Spy Kids 1. And then I'll see you on Friday playing Murder Soul Suspect. And hopefully by then I will have figured out my schedule for March because life is hard, okay? Anyways, I appreciate you guys. You guys are all awesome. Have a good night and rest well, okay? Bye-bye. Bye-bye.